Well, howdy, everybody, and welcome to a new series of Let's Paint. I'm your host, Trooper 6, and alright, let's get things started. I'm sorry, let me get some coffee. Alright. Alright, you guys ready? I is ready. As you saw from the thumbnail, we're doing the Knights of Blood. Now, why the hell are we going to randomly do the Knights of Blood? Who the hell are the Knights of Blood? They are awesome. They're a successor chapter of the Blood Angels, as you probably already picked up. What is going on with this brush? This is literally a brand new brush, and we got... I'm not sure if it's the brush or if it's the paint. Anywho, alright. Who the hell the... Where and the why and the what now? Yeah, Knights of Blood. So they are successors of the Blood Angels. A pretty intriguing paint scheme. Yeah, they got the silver. I guess depending on what you're trying to go for, and I guess depending on the art, would depend on what type of silver to use here. So when it comes to Army Painter products, I'd probably go with you could go with plate mail, and you'd probably get the best coloring for it. We are going to be going with gunmetal. Let me pause my hands and see what we got here. Right, all right. So, all right, it's been a while since we recorded, and our last one that we recorded was the, in my opinion, monumentally disastrous Mega Man, and I almost wasn't going to post him. It would be embarrassing if I'm talking about him now and I didn't get to post him. And if I didn't get to post him, it's just because the save files got corrupted or were lost. It's not like with the HK-47. Yes, HK-47, the meatbag hating droid from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. I painted him for the show. Painted him for the show. And it was a huge disaster. I screwed it all up. I screwed it up to the point where I deleted the episodes. I was so upset with it. But the Knights of Blood, right? Yeah, we need to stay on topic. Knights of Blood. So, successors. They are more or less exiled by the rest of the Blood chapters for their excessive violence toward anyone and everyone. So, we all know Blood Angels have the Red Thirst and the Black Rage. The Black Rage curse that they all share and fall victim to in a fit of their rage, and they become inducted into the Death Company. You know, they wear black, get a red X. It looks awesome. It is not awesome for them. Looks awesome for us in the tabletop, but don't look awesome for them. So we all know that the Flesh Terrors are, quote-unquote, the most dangerous and savage and bloodthirsty of all of the chapters of Blood, more or less. You do have people like the Flesh Eaters, but guess what? Even the Flesh Eaters are designated loyalists. Like they have not been considered excommunicado, or they're not really considered traitors. Definitely renegades, because they won't stop killing their own. So that's been fun. But yeah, the Knights of Blood have this terrible, terrible habit. Even the or not blood angels, the flesh tearers were refusing to fight alongside them. And they were like, "Hey, don't worry, we're not even going to fight near you guys. We're going to be like the closest we're going to be is like a mile away, and that is actually for your safety. Like we know what we are, but we're here to defend Baal from High Fleet Leviathan. That's right. That was happening during the devastation of Baal. I'm not liking this brush. I'm hoping get this clean. This is literally a brand new brush. I'm glad I looked, paid attention to what I needed, because I didn't know that I needed new brushes. I didn't have any of the 0 gauge. Now this is not a 0. This is a 1, and that will be okay. But you see here, we're also not dealing with a Primaris, and that's because the Knights of Blood never received Primaris. Now, I had an idea for a story. It'd be really cool if Games Workshop did it. If not, hey, GW, I'm available. I'll write it. I'm going to need some help, because y'all have a lot of dumbass words. But I'll help you. I had an idea for it. It was finding the Primaris Knights of Blood. Like they were just out there crazy and mad with no belonging. They were hoping to be united with their would-be brothers, only to be discarded. Not really discarded, but you know what I mean. But it's alright. So yeah, that is the reason why we do not have a Primaris series, because Knights of Blood never received them because they're dead. Ugh. Cynthia, you are dead. Bop boop beep. Bop bop boop bop. You're dead. That was for Cynthia. She's dead. So yeah, Knights of Blood, they're dead. Sorry to spoil that one for you, but no, seriously, I'm sorry to spoil that. I don't like spoilers, and I didn't really mean to. So yeah, they Devastation of Baal, amazing book, real fun read, and you get to see a chapter that is apparently more terrifying than the Flesh Terrors. You have chapters like the Blood Drinkers and the Flesh Eaters, names with those names and those kinds of reputations, and they're not even exiled. They're not even considered renegade, but the Knights of Blood are, because they were that bloodthirsty. That many of them fell to the Black Rage. That many of them basically worshipped the fucking Red Thirst. It was insanity. Insanity to think something like that, that a chapter could just fall that low and also still not be chaos. Like, that's impressive. And they stood in the face of Khorne demons and told them to piss off. They spit in their face right at their dying breath, and it was fucking fantastic. And ever since then, I've had this deep respect, this admiration. Blah. I cannot talk today. I've had a deep respect for the Knights of Blood ever since, because, good lord, to be a chapter who is so not revered, kind of disgusted. I mean, they were almost executed just for showing up. It's insane. It was a good story, and I felt like I could give them a moment. So here we are. We're going to give them a moment. They are so far into the Red Thirst and Black... Not the Black Rage, but they're... If I remember correctly, they are so far into the Red Thirst that their skin has actually warped and changed pigment. So when Centaur Jewel removed his helmet, he just, kind of had this red fucking demon-ass skin-looking shit going on. And really freaked out Gabriel Seth. Ah, my God. The words are going to be hard today. Sorry, I don't want to give you guys another episode or another series of that. I feel like that happens a lot, so I do apologize. But all in all, I figured that the Knights of Blood don't get enough love. I never see anybody painting them. I'm also not like really looking high and low. Anytime I've looked up Knights of Blood, yes, you can find minuscule artwork. I mean, real rare artwork. Whether it's official or not a lot of people ever do Knights of Blood. And there are some tutorial videos out there and whatnot. I don't know. I figured I would also do my part. I'm doing my part of fucking bringing them to your attention. I knew fucking shit. Games Workshop. Sorry, they have a lot of stuff at their disposal and they sit on a lot of it, but I know you act on literally everything at all times. Sigh. That's what you have us for. Because here we are, bringing you... I keep wanting to say the Knights of Baal or Ghosts of Baal like my homebrew. Oops. Yeah, we're not talking about my homebrew here. I would kind of like to paint another one, but not anytime soon. Not for the show, at least. Speaking of painting off the show, I can't believe it. I actually did paint off screen. Doesn't happen often. I did it for a commission piece, because that was just a commission piece. But I did it for a painting competition that was going on. That is going on, at least currently as I'm recording this. By the time that you guys see this, that painting competition will be done, and you'll know if I placed or not. It's an underdog paint comp, as they've been calling it. And they wanted to showcase the Shattered Legions. I don't give two shits about the Shattered Legions. I've painted a Salamander. I had never painted a Raven Guard, and I had painted one Iron Hand, and he was chaos. He was part of the Iron Hands of Vashtor for my Sanguine Heresy, for those that are curious about that. And yes, I do have an Iron Hand of Vashtor slotted for the show. I don't have a model picked out and all that. But they are going to come to the show. Same with my Children of Corn. Tee-hee. All right. Either way, though, kind of forgot where the hell we were going with anything because of the ADD. Got the distracts. Got a big old case of the, hey, what's that? Or train of thought derailing. Continuing anyway. There's a lot. There's not a lot of artwork of them out there, which is a shame. So if there's any artists out there, please, by all means, do your part. Bring these guys to the light, because they are a shining example of what redemption looks like. These guys are fantastic. And I feel like they deserve some love. So we here, giving them some love. And I like their color scheme. You got this metallic body, pretty simple and straightforward, and then you have the red backpack, then you have the red shoulders and the helmet. And another thing I can appreciate of it is the simplicity of their color scheme. So the red shoulders don't even have any. Doesn't have any trim color. They're literally just silver and red. That's basically it. The Aquila on their chest would be red, according to certain official artwork, like the chapter layout. The chapter model that everybody usually kind of sees. I really don't know if those are like official GW things, but doesn't really matter. All that matters is that we're having fun. And this is fun. I haven't painted Knights of Blood in a while. Actually, the last time I painted Knights of Blood was a couple years ago now, I think. But it was to do my Fallen Blood warband. And that's for regular Heresy timeline stuff. That's for regular 40k. For anyone curious about that. Yeah, my Fallen Blood, they are all Khorne worshippers of various chapters of blood. So anybody who decides to fall to Khorne and worship Khorne can join the Fallen Blood chapter. Any and all are welcome, and you even keep your chapter colors. You just adopt a, kind of their little color scheme instead. So you could see their examples on my stuff, but so I had a Lamenters. I did a Lamenters, and my old buddy out in Malaysia bought it, as he loved Lamenters. I gave him the yellow armor, just like they really would have. But then I gave him the rough iron for all the chaos markings and the trim work. Knights of Blood, I did the metallic armor like this, and then I hit it with the rough iron for all the trim work and chaos markings again. That really worked. Blood Angels, I left it with the red and copper that you would probably expect to see. Flesh Tearers got their colors, but you change everything that needs to be changed. I think the trim work was also silver and not any kind of copper or anything like that, because I know Flesh Tearers use silver for their trim, if they do, because they are one of the chapters that I would say, if anybody was like, oh, what color is their trim? If it's a special trim, you can paint it silver. But if it's just your average pauldron that has trim work on it, that just has a rim, as someone who's kind of, I guess, a traditionalist in that regard, I would prefer it. I would prefer it. Let's see, we're at 19 minutes. Okay, 19 minutes is not too bad of a place to stop. So we've got his body painted. The gun, we'll get to that in just a second. We've got the helmet and the pauldrons, and the backpack, and some transfers. We got that base going too. So, okay, things are rolling. We're doing all right. We got our coffee. We got our Mega Man Jazz in the back. Again, because why not? So, I guess we'll cut things here. As you probably already know what was going to happen. I'll see you guys on the next round, and I don't know how long this one will take us, but I'm not going to rush things. I'm really not. I don't want this to take forever, but I'm not going to rush things anymore. Not that I was before. Either way, you guys know what I'm saying. I'll see you guys next week, all right? Stay happy and healthy. May the Void Father guide your brush, all right? Peace.